Namaste friends, welcome you all for the biology session. In today's class, we are going to discuss about the chapter Cell, the unit of life. As we all know that all organisms are composed of cells. So some are composed of single cell and some are made up of many cells. So that is what you can say, that some organisms which are made up of single cell are called as unicellular organisms, where some are made up of composed of many cells. Single cell organisms which are called as unicellular organisms. If the organism is made up of many cells, you can say multicellular organisms. So as we all know that why we will consider cell as the fundamental unit of life, because it has a capability to perform its function independently, and its independent existence, and where almost all the essential functions of the life is performed by the cell. So one reason where we will consider organisms where they exist, or you can say that they can survive because of these cells, one is the independent existence. That is, each and every unicellular organisms are capable of independent existence, and they are going to perform essential the functions of life. So those cells will going to perform essential functions of the life. So as we all know that, so the cell, live cell, which was described by Anton von Leeuwenhoek. Anton von Leeuwenhoek. So the one who described the living cell. And same like that, so Robert Brown is a person who discovered nucleus. Robert Brown, that is, who discovered nucleus. If you want to know the structure and function of the cell, so that is, we're going to study the branch of science which describe the cell structure and the function, that is called as cytology. In this cytology, mainly we have a branch where we are going to discuss about the cell structure and their organelles, and cell biology, that is, in which we are going to discuss about the structure, reproduction of the cell. Structure and reproduction of the cell. So cytology, where we are going to study structure of cell and the state of different components in the cell. Or different structures in the cell. So that different components, state of different components of cell means, includes organelles. So study of structure and its organelles is called as cytology. And cell biology, where the study of structure, function and reproduction of cell. So this is a difference between cytology and cell biology. So in cell biology, we are going to the study of structure of a cell, and along with that function, structure, function and reproduction of a cell, how it will going to reproduce. So reproduction of a cell altogether, which will be considered as cell biology. The term, as we all know that father of cytology, Robert Hooke. That is the father of cytology, and father of generally who described, and first time the cell was The absorb, that is not actually a living cell, that is one dead one, Marcello Malpighi. So Marcello Malpighi, right, who absorbed, what is it, the first absorb cell. That is where we won't say that the living cell, that is we can say that non-living cell, or you can say that the dead one. And here the father of cell biology is Swanson. Father of cell biology, you have to keep it in mind that father of cytology Robert Hooke, father of cell biology Swanson, and for the first time the cell was absorbed by Robert Hooke, and the term cell was coined by Robert Hooke. The term cell was coined by or given by Robert Hooke. So first living cell observed by Leeuwenhoek. So here some the important, as we know that there are some are largest cell, some are longest cell, and you can say that the largest cell organelle in plants and smallest organelle. So let us take those things. So here the largest cell in animal, largest cell in animals, that is, as we all know that generally egg of ostrich, and the largest cellular component, not a cell, largest cellular component, or you can say that organelle in the animal cell, right, or you can say that the cellular component, right, that is we can say nucleus, right, and the longest cell in animals, neuron, longest cell in animals, neuron, and same like that the longest cell in plants, right, as we all know that is sclerenchymatous fiber, right. So sclerenchymatous fiber, this is the longest cell. And longest, or you can say largest cell organelle, bigger in size, so largest cell organelle in plants, right, so organelle in plants, that is plastid. So there are different types of plastids, which mainly includes what is it, the like chloroplast, chromoplast, and leucoplast. And the smallest cell organelle in both, what is it, the in both plants and animals, that is we can say ribosomes, smallest cell organelle, and largest cell organelle in plants and largest cell organelle in animal, that is mitochondria, that is mitochondria, that is in animal. So these are the things you have to keep it in mind. And let us take, as we all know that the cell, we can be differentiate into the prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell, and the cell theory was given by, what is that, cell theory was given by, what is that, the Schleiden and Schwann. Cell theory was given by Schleiden and, what is it, the Schwann. So where they describe almost all the cells, or we can say that the almost all living cells, or the existence, or you can say that they formed by the pre-existing cells. So this cell theory described by the Schleiden and Schwann, it has the postulates like, right, where each and every cell, that is the hypothesis which was given, was that they're all living organisms, and it was later modified by Rudolf Virchow. All living organisms that are composed of or made up of cells, and what is it, their products of cell, or you can say content of cell, product of cells. And same like that, all what is it, the cells arise from pre-existing cells. All cells from or arise from pre-existing cells. Pre-existing cells ಇಂದ ಮಾಡಲ್ಪಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ancestor cells ಇದೆ ಅಂತ, right? So in this, the cell generally in prokaryotes and eukaryotes, there will be a difference where the membrane bound organelles are present and some membrane bound organelles are absent. So there we discussed about, I think in theory, the people have studied about how exactly the cell, what is that, differs from what is it, the prokaryotes and eukaryotes. That there are two types of cells which can be classified. One is a prokaryotic cell, other one is eukaryotic cell. So in prokaryotic cell, no membrane bound organelles, no membrane bound organelle. In eukaryotic cell, the membrane bound organelles are present. Here no nuclear membrane, and in which, if no nuclear membrane, but if you consider this is a cell, there will be a naked, what is it, the DNA, right? This is a naked DNA. Whereas in case of what is the eukaryotes, there will be a membrane, that is nuclear membrane, in which nucleus is present. So this is genetic material, that is DNA, and in which you can say that the nuclear membrane means the boundary which covers the DNA, genetic material, and in which there will be common thing, ribosomes will be there, ribosomes, and here you can say that here also ribosomes are present along with, what is that, and this is the non-membrane bound organelle. So non-membrane bound organelles, so here we can get the questions like this also, membrane bound organelles and non-membrane bound organelles. So membrane bound organelles, which includes, what is it, the Golgi complex or Golgi body, the endoplasmic reticulum, lysosomes, mitochondria, chloroplast, vacuoles, and these are the membrane bound. And non-membrane bound, that is ribosomes, but that generally they are present in, these ribosomes are present in, this is also we can expect question, they are present within the cytoplasm, and they are also present in the chloroplast, and mitochondria. In mitochondria also these ribosomes are present, and on the rough endoplasmic reticulum, these are the places where, what is it, the ribosomes are present. And one more non-membrane bound organelle is centriole, these which helps generally, what is it, the maintaining the cell shape, and generally present seen in the flagella, where it will with different types of the microtubules. And the other thing here we can say that the mycoplasma. So mycoplasma is a smallest, the non-living cell, that will be around 0.3 micrometer in length, and bacteria, the size varies organisms to organism, that is 3 to 5 micrometer, and RBCs, which are 7 micrometer in diameter. So that is, the cell size varies, right, from organisms to organisms. And in this, some questions we can solve. Before that, let us take how exactly membrane bound organelles or cells which are present. As we all know that the one I have mentioned, the cell theory, which was given by Sladen and Swan, and same like that common, what is it, the ancestry theory, that is which was explained by ancestry theory. So what is it, the common ancestry theory, or which is also called as cell lineage theory. Cell lineage theory, which was given by Rudolf Virchow. Rudolf Virchow, one who explained or modified cell theory. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಈ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. Rudolf Virchow, that is what he who gave the statement omnis cellula e cellulae, omnis cellula e cellulae, omnis cellula e cellulae. So this was the statement given by Rudolf Virchow. So size and shape varies from organisms to organisms, right? Some red blood cells which are round or RBCs which are round or biconcave, right? Round or biconcave in some organisms, and WBCs are amoeboid, irregular shape, right? And then some cells are long and narrow cells, the columnar epithelial cells, and nerve cells which are branched, branched. So these are the cells which will be with a different. And in case of prokaryotes, generally we can say that the plasmids are present. So here you have to keep it in mind, along with that ribosomes and these plasmids are present. What are those plasmids? Actually these plasmids are extra chromosomal genetic element. That is extra chromosomal genetic element, that is circular, which has a capability to show what is it, replication. And these which are there, the plasmids, and these plasmids are what is it, which shows autonomic self-replicating, or what is it, the autonomous replication, that is DNA synthesis in the cytoplasm. So plasmid, we can say it is very important, where you can say plasmid is circular, which is what is it, the circular supercoiled and then double stranded naked DNA. So that is which is an extra chromosomal DNA which can undergo that self replication. And next, in this cell wall, as we all know that the cell wall is present in fungi, and then what is it, the plants, Monera. So in case of this, cell wall is absent. You have to keep it in mind that is absent in animals, and same like that absent in mycoplasma. We discussed in the previous chapter mycoplasma, and these cell walls are also absent in gametes and zoospores. So this is also very important. Absent in animals, mycoplasma, gametes and zoospores. And whereas this cell wall is present in the plants, fungi, Protista, Monera, that is bacteria. So in almost all, what is that? These are present. And here a component of cell wall, as we all know that there will be a middle lamella, primary wall, and the cell wall is mainly consisting of what is it, the cellulose, right? And here the endomembrane system. So before going to that endomembrane system, right, just have the brief discussion about a prokaryotic cell, right? As we all know that generally there will be a cell envelope, right? Cell envelope in the bacteria, that is chemically complex, right? Which is chemically complex right? And in prokaryotes, the cell envelope, which is consisting of three layer, in prokaryotes, three layer, in prokaryotes, three layer envelope is present, that is a bacterial cell. The outermost glycocalyx, and then middle cell wall, and the innermost plasma membrane or cell membrane, right? So middle, the layer cell wall, which is made up of peptidoglycans, and glycocalyx, which is mainly made up of the, or maybe with the two forms. One is the capsule, or maybe slime layer, and inside that we have the mesosomes. So what are those mesosomes? Mesosomes are inner foldings. Inner foldings, right? Inner foldings of plasma membrane. So these inner foldings of plasma membrane, and these mesosomes, these are the special membranous structure formed by the extension of plasma membrane, and which form a vesicle tubules and lamellae, and play a major role and helps in cell wall formation. Mesosomes helps in cell wall, the formation, and along with that, distribution of DNA to the daughter cells, and which also helps in DNA replication, helps in cell wall formation and DNA replication, and also helps in respiration and secretion processes. So as these cells, which will be helps in the secretion processes and respiration, along with that also helps in mainly it comprises, or it contains enzymes. Those enzymes helps in secretion process, or you can say enzymatic the content will be there, right? So secretion process which will be contains enzymes. So that, and in this case the specialized cells which are present helps in locomotion, right? Or you can say that which helps in reproduction, that is flagella. When you consider this, generally the flagella, which is, if flagella is present, they are motile, and sometimes non-motile, no flagella. What is that? No flagella. Flagella is present, they are motile. If non-motile, no flagella will be there. So this has three parts. So if you consider this as a bacteria, so it has this here, which has the filament and basal body and hook. So this is a part, right? The hook and this is the hook, and this is basal body. So that one which helps in locomotion. Filamentous extension of flagella is filamentous extension of cell wall. So this is very important, extension of the cell wall. So flagella is extension of cell wall, and same like that the other structure, cell surface structure, pili. So pili is longer than the fimbriae, longer, thicker, right, less in number, hair like structure, right, and will be with tubular outgrowth. So this which helps in reproduction, and that is fimbriae. So fimbriae, these are the smaller, or the large in number, and these are less in number, large in number, and fimbriae which mainly helps in the attachment, large in number, shorter than pili, and fimbriae helps in attachment. They play a role in helps in attachment to the host tissue or solid surface, attachment to the host tissue and solid surface or solid surface, so point of attachment. Because we all know that the protein which is present, the pillin, that is the pili is called as pillin, that protein, and this is a cytoplasmic extension. So both are generally the cytoplasmic extension in the cell wall. So as we already discussed, that cell wall which is present in plants, fungi and Monera and protists, and this is absent in the animals and mycoplasm, and in each and every the organisms, the cell wall, just let us take the composition. So in bacteria it is made up of peptidoglycans. Bacteria, it is made up of peptidoglycans, and in the fungi, cellulose, the component of cell wall they are going to ask. In fungi, cellulose, and in algae it is made up of glycoprotein and polysaccharides. Algae, it is made up of glycoprotein and polysaccharides, and in plants it is made up of polysaccharides. In plants it is made up of polysaccharides and lipids, right? Polysaccharides and some minerals and proteins and minerals. Now let us take the concept and plasma membrane. As we all know that this was the structure of plasma membrane was explained. The most accepted model which described most accepted model, right, which was used to describe the structure of the plasma membrane is fluid mosaic model. So fluid mosaic model which describes the structure of cell wall, that was explained by Singer and Nicholson. And here they are going to explain this membrane is, they will mention that membrane is semi-fluid, or you can say that the quasi-fluid, that is partially fluid, and which is made up of structure which is made up of lipids, proteins, and which are arranged in in mosaic manner. And there are two lipid layers, that is bilipid layer, and in which the head is hydrophilic, that is water loving, that is hydrophilic, and tail is hydrophobic. And the proteins are, there are two types of proteins in the plasma membrane, as we all know that, extrinsic and intrinsic. So which are arranged, that is integral. Extrinsic means they are present peripherally in the plasma membrane, and intrinsic means they will run run the throughout the bilipid layer. So this is a thing you have to keep in mind. So cytoplasm, you can say that the jelly fluid, cytoplasm is jelly fluid which has cytoplasm matrix, cytoplasm fluid, or that is matrix, along with that cell organelles and cell inclusions. So in this, you can take the endomembrane system. After this we can have some questions. It is endomembrane system. So what is the endomembrane system? As we all know that many different organelles which are present in this endomembrane system, which includes Golgi, a group of membrane bound organelles, they function in close coordination. What is that endomembrane system? The system which includes group of membrane bound organelles, right, which function in close coordination, right, and which includes Golgi apparatus, endoplasmic reticulum, and the lysosome, right? So lysosome, so which mainly includes the lysosome. So this here we can have a important system that which includes the endoplasmic reticulum. Let us take the endoplasmic reticulum are of two types: smooth endoplasmic reticulum, rough endoplasmic. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum without ribosomes on their surface. These are with ribosomes. The ribosomes are present on their surface, hence it is called as rough endoplasmic reticulum. So here it includes the two different types. So rough endoplasmic reticulum does play a major role present in all eukaryotes, that is both the rough and they are absent, both are absent, they are present in almost all the eukaryotic cell. Endoplasmic reticulum in all eukaryotic cells, when they are absent in mature orbices, and also monocytes and W bases. That is monocytes of W bases. And these are present in undifferentiated cells. The cells which are not yet differentiated, and along with that in egg cells. So in these cells, right, where the endoplasmic reticulum is absent. So endoplasmic reticulum, right, so let us take the function which is very important. Endoplasmic reticulum, that is which has a smooth and rough endoplasmic reticulum, which is the ribosomes are attached on its cytoplasmic surface. Means if this is a cell and there will be a like this on the outer surface, we can see ribosomes. So rough endoplasmic with ribosomes attached on what is that, on the cytoplasmic surface, means surface which is towards the cytoplasm, exposed towards the cytoplasm. And here play a major role in protein synthesis. ಯಾವಾಗ ಈ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, that is protein synthesis. right? And it also helps in, that is generally which will be processed, and this also helps in formation of nuclear envelope. Rough endoplasmic reticulum helps in formation of, what is it, nuclear envelope, nuclear envelope, and what is that? These are also helps in the formation of smooth endoplasmic reticulum, nuclear envelope, right? And you can say that the lysosomal enzymes, lysosomal enzymes production. And here no ribosomes, no ribosomes in rough, in smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Here ribosomes are present, and in which helps in lipid and glycogen synthesis, lipid and glycogen synthesis, and along with that some steroidal hormones, some steroidal hormones. So these are the functions of endoplasmic reticulum. So endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi body, and Golgi body, which is generally called as middleman of the Golgi body, right? Golgi body or Golgi complex, right? In plant cell these are called as dictyosomes. In animals these are called as Golgi body, and in plant cell they are called as dictyosomes. Trophic pollis or middleman of the cell. So here these, what is the Golgi body, they are present in cytoplasm, and they are not attached to the other cell organelles where it won't attach, that is called as cell exclusion. So these are mainly helps in the processing, right? Processing and packaging of, processing and packaging of, processing and packaging of materials, that is very tightly, or you can say closely packed, right, at cis phase, at cis phase. It has two phases, cis phase and what is that, you can say trans phase. So cis phase, what is that, where you can say that the material enters, right? If this is the structure we're going to see, right, and this is the cis phase where it enters, that is a convex cis phase, convex, which is cis phase that enters the vesicles, which is not completely packed, that enters, and that will be secreted out from the trans phase. So trans phase, which is, what is it, the concave phase, concave phase or trans phase, right? So that is secretory vesicle leaves the, secretory vesicles leaves the Golgi body. And function, it helps in processing and packaging the material, and helps in formation of primary lysosomes, primary lysosomes, and which also helps in the production of glycolipids, glycolipid and glycoproteins, glycolipids and glycoproteins, helps in the process of glycolipids and glycoproteins. And as we all know that the mitochondria, right, which was the Golgi body, and in this case the lysosomes, which helps in the production of vesicles, right? So these lysosomes will be with different types of enzymes, that is which helps in, what is it, the digestion, or you can say that the other functions. These lysosomes are generally called as suicidal bag. Lysosomes, I mentioned here, lysosomes are the single membrane bound organelles, right? So which are with many enzymes, right? Those enzymes are hydrolytic enzymes, hydrolytic enzymes, and these enzymes helps in the digestion and other function, which is mainly that is intracellular digestion, and helps in removal of dead cells. I can say removal of dead organelles, right? So hydrolytic enzymes play a role in intracellular, so that is play a role in the intracellular digestion, and the same way this also helps in removal of dead organelles. Hence, it is called as what is a suicidal bag of the body. So let us take some questions, and remaining concept we can discuss later. Right. One is the question number 1. Match the column 1 and 2, right, and select the correct option from the quotes given below. So Leeuwenhoek, we know that the person who first described the cell and saw and described a living cell. So 1A. And Robert Brown, the one who discovered nucleus. And Schleiden and Swan. So Schleiden is one who described, that is the presence of cell wall, right? So Schleiden, all plants are composed of different kind of cells, and Swan, presence of cell wall is unique in plant cell and no cell wall in animals. So A1, B3, C4 and D2. That is answer is A. What is true about genetic material in prokaryotic cell? So as we all know that it is not enveloped by nuclear membrane. That is also correct. And non-histone proteins, no histone proteins, and a few non-histone proteins are present, right, whereas no histone proteins. That is also correct. Not enveloped by nuclear membrane, correct. Composed of single circular DNA molecule. So all of these are correct. So nucleus without nuclear membrane is called as nucleoid, composed of single circular DNA, right, molecule without nuclear membrane. And cell theory was formulated by, that is, as we all know, that Schleiden and Swan. All cells are made up of living, all organisms are made up of living cells, and those cells are with different components or organelles. When all those cells are the resultant of pre-existing cells. So that is given by and Marcello Malfigi, where he described the structure. I can say that the Marcello Malfigi, where the first he observed cell which is dead cell or non-living. Later, Leeuwenhoek, the one who observed the living cell. Next, omnis cellula a cellulae. New cells arise from pre-existing. That is what cell lineage theory. So this theory was given by, that is, Rudolf Virchow. Schleiden Swan, who gave cell theory, that theory was modified by Rudolf Virchow. That is what cell lineage theory, right? And Robert Brown and Robert Hooke. So Robert Hooke is the one who coined the term, the cytology, and is a father of that is what the Robert Hooke, who gave the term cell right, given by Robert Hooke, and is a father of cell biology, father of cytology. Cell biology is Swanson. Cell biology is Swanson. Right. So Robert Hooke, who gave the term cell, and father of cytology, and Robert Brown, who discovered nucleus. Robert Brown. Next question. Dash is an exception of cell theory. Because all the organisms will going to accept bacteria, fungi, and lichens, but viruses, which are living entity, they won't have the general structure and no membrane bound organelles. Next question, sixth one. Who proposed a modification, or you can say that modified cell theory? It is Rudolf Virchow, who gave modified cell theory. And which of the following statement is correct? So let us read out. Bacillus subtilis is a gram bacteria, right? Gram bacteria, right? And then it is a gram negative bacteria. Actually, it is not a positive, and it is negative bacteria. And then Escherichia coli is the Escherichia coli is gram negative bacteria. Correct. The washing of gram stain in gram negative bacteria, washing of gram stain in gram negative bacteria is due to high lipid content of the cell wall, which gets dissolved in organic solvents like, so negative bacteria, it won't get stained, so that is also correct, which gets dissolved in organic solvent. So both 2 and 3 are correct, 1 is wrong. So both 2 and 3 are correct. So which one of this is mismatched pair? I already discussed that. Largest to isolated single cell. So largest isolated single cell and Golgi apparatus and mitochondria and lysosome. So in this, what is it, the largest single cell, as we all know, that the egg of Astage, which is correct. Golgi apparatus discovered by the Atman. That is wrong. That is Camillo Golgi. So Camillo that Golgi, one who discovered the Golgi apparatus. So this is the wrong match. Mitochondria name was given by Benda, but discovered by. So generally the mitochondria, that is a structure which generally called as powerhouse of the cell, and which play a major role in production of ATP. Production of ATP. And nucleus was discovered by the Robert Brown. So next question here, Benda and follicle. So mitochondria was named by Benda, that is correct. But whenever we are going to say the term given by Benda, discovered by follicle, right? So Camillo Golgi, and mitochondria is the largest cell organelle and second largest cellular component in animal cell, and second largest cell organelle in plants, and third largest cellular component in plant cell. So this is one. To keep it in mind, lysosome discovered by D. Dubé, Christian D. Dubé. Right, lysosome, Christian D. Dubé and Navikov, who described. So wrong one is 8 1. Different cells have different sizes. Arrange the following cells in an ascending order. So it means increase in the cell size. So already I mentioned here, ostrich egg is the largest, so that we are going to get last. So 2 here we have, nowhere we have 2. So in this case easily we can select the question. So 9th one, the smallest, that is we can say that the ascending order. So in their size, smallest is mycoplasm. You know that. After that, bacteria. After that, human orbisis, that is 7.3 or 7 micrometer, and then what is that? The ostrich eggs. So that is answer for that is 1432. Right, 1432. Next, which of the following feature is common to prokaryotes and many eukaryotes? So some features among these are common to prokaryotes and many eukaryotes. Chromosomes are present. So generally, you can say that the features is common is correct. Cell wall is present. No, present in some eukaryotes like animals. No cell wall. Which of the following features common to prokaryotes? Chromosomes are present. That is what you can say. DNA, genetic material. This is correct. So cell wall is not common in all. Nuclear membrane, that is no, that is absent in prokaryotes. Subcellular organelles, this is also wrong. So this common is chromosomes are present. And which of the following, what is it? The option is true for secretory cells. So secretory cells, as we all know that generally these cells which is going to help Golgi apparatus is absent, right? Secretory cells means which produces what is it, the more proteins, right? Or you can say that the RE are easily absorbed in the cell, right? Which of the following option is true for secretory, what is it, this cell? So when there is a secretory cell that secretes a protein and other, what is it, the cellular components, I can say that the cellular secretions. So in this we can say, right, so Golgi apparatus, which is the absent, wrong, that is secretory cells more rough endoplasmic reticulum. Which of the following is not true for a eukaryotic cell? So it has ATS as a type of ribosome present in it. So whenever we want to say that generally the ribosomes, right, so these cytoplasmic ribosomes are ATS in eukaryotes, whereas in the prokaryotes it is 70S. ATS, so ATS ribosomes. So here we can also say that in cytoplasm there are different types of ribosomes. In cytoplasm, these ribosomes are ATS ribosomes. In the chloroplast, there are 70S ribosomes. In mitochondria, 70S ribosomes. In mitochondria, 70S ribosomes. 70S ribosomes. So answer for that is right. Which of the following is not true for eukaryotes? So in mitochondria we have 70S, but here they are given 80S. So this is wrong. It is 80S type of ribosomes present in the cytoplasm. It is correct. Chloroplast. So eukaryotes which has both 80 and 70S ribosomes. Right. In mitochondria where there will be a 70S, same that resembles or similar to the prokaryotes. In prokaryotes, ribosomes are 70S type. 70S type. Plastids differ from mitochondria on the basis of which one of the following feature? Plastids differ from mitochondria on the basis of, so in which the plastids there will be in the base plastids differ from mitochondria, in which the chlorophyll which will be present. Plastids which includes different types of the chloroplast, chromoplast, chloroplast, the chromoplast, colorplastids, and leucoplasts, colorless plastids. So among this, the plastids differ from mitochondria, that is where in all this we can see generally the chloroplasts, mainly in present chloroplast and chromoplast. Plastids differ from mitochondria, right? Plastids, there will be a presence of chlorophyll. There will be two-layer membrane in both, presence of ribosomes. They are present in both, but whereas a chlorophyll present only in plastids, that chlorophyll absent in mitochondria. Chlorophyll, what is it? Absent in mitochondria, whereas present in plastids. This correct. So which of the following is the function of cytoskeleton in a cell? So cytoskeleton is always helps to maintain cytoskeleton, which includes microtubules and microfilaments. And microfilaments, which provide shape and structure, cell shape and structure to the intracellular transport. No, it helps in the presence of chlorophyll, right? So maintenance of shape and size. Polyribosomes are aggregation of ribosomes and RNA. So polyribosomes, we can say that if you consider this as mRNA on which many ribosomes are present. So several ribosomes held together on a string of mRNA. This is mRNA and ribosomes. So answer for that is, select the wrong statement with respect to the structure of a plant cell. Wrong statement with respect to the structure of the plant cell. So cellulosic cell wall is present inside the cell membrane. No, that is cellulosic cell wall. It is not present in the cell membrane. That is present in cell wall, not in the plasma membrane, but in the cell wall. So wrong statement is A. Centriole are usually absent, but centriole present in plants, which helps in cell division. Centriole helps in cell division. Large central vacuole present in plants, but smaller vacuoles in animal cells. Smaller vacuoles in animals. So very important. So large. That is why in plant cell, large vacuole which pushes the nucleus towards the periphery. These are the nucleus which are towards the periphery, and these are the vacuoles. So vacuoles are covered by single membrane bonded structure, or you can single membrane bound structure. That membrane is called as tonoplast. So next, mesosomes are infoldings of cell membrane which are present. So mesosomes present in the bacteria, that is in prokaryotes, and as we all know that these mesosomes, which are the infoldings next to the cell wall, the outermost is glycocalyx. This is glycocalyx, and next to that is cell wall, and next to that is a plasma membrane. There will be a inner foldings, and these foldings which are called as that mesosomes, right? They are present both in prokaryotes and eukaryotes. That is they are present only in prokaryotes, not in eukaryotes. That is wrong. Help in cell wall formation, DNA replication, respiration. That is correct. Increase the surface area of the plasma membrane, right? So select the correct statement here. So correct statement is both 2 and 3 are correct statement, whereas first one is wrong. They present only in prokaryotes, absent in eukaryotes. So which of these not correct regarding ribosomes? So non-membrane bound organelles, that is correct, present in cytoplasm and on rough endoplasm, that is also correct. And then absent in chloroplast and mitochondria, they are also present in, so this is the wrong statement. So present in chloroplast and mitochondria, that is the ribosomes are not absent in chloroplast and mitochondria, take part in protein synthesis. So ribosomes are the protein factory of the cell. So with this we can stop, we'll continue in the next part. Thank you.